Yeah, hello and welcome to another MCO market update on silver. Here on the silver chart, we're still tracking a potential 5-wave move to the upside. I could make a case for 5 waves to already be completed, which was here because the market technically formed 5 waves up, but I would say it really only fulfilled the minimum requirements. So I would actually prefer one more high. Okay, but we can have it here with a question mark. It's just not what I'm tracking as primary expectation right now. So quick reminder, we're coming from a 4th wave low. A lot of assets actually bottomed in a potentially a 4th wave here on the 7th of April. Quite interesting. Obviously, they all have their individual charts, wave degrees, and so on. And yeah, I mean, I'm tracking it as, see, wave 1, wave 2, and then this would be wave 3. We could now be in a 4 and a 5. To explain better why I currently track it as still unfolding 4th wave and that we don't have 5 waves complete yet. Again, it's possible, but to show you, I'm tracking this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the nano level. Yeah, I could even, and that's probably even better. But obviously, at some point, you get kind of to the limits here. I might shift that here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 3. So that's even better. But it doesn't, that's why I think it counts best as only 3 waves up so far. And then if I look at this, yeah, I mean, we have a 3-wave move down, best I can tell, which could be wave A, but that's not really, I'd say, deep enough to be all of the 4th wave. The question is now, is this enough to really be considered a decent wave 4 correction? Is this enough, this larger degree wave 4, is this enough to really correct the entire move to the upside? And I would say probably not. So, because it's probably not enough, it's only the 23.6 fib level, and the move up also looks quite messy here. I treat this as a B wave of a still unfolding 4th wave, circle wave 4, with maybe one more high to come in circle wave 5. So that means this is more like a sideways correction now. Yeah, of course it's going up and down, but it's more like a sideways consolidation. That's what a wave 4 often is, with a B wave that goes nearly to the top of the 3rd wave, yeah, nearly to the beginning of the A wave, and then maybe a C wave down to test those previous lows. But normally we say an ideal, let's call it an ideal target for a 4th wave is the 38.2 retracement. It's not a must, but I've shown here the 3 levels that are relevant for the wave 4. $31.45, $31.97, and $32.63 are standard support for this 4th wave, with then maybe one more high to come in wave 5 of 1, before then a wave 2 correction starts. That's how I'm tracking here this chart at the moment. I mean, when would I start to assume that, yeah, wave 1 already topped? I mean, for now, I don't assume that wave 5 has started. That's one thing. So I'm still looking for lower in the very short term. And I would say probably only if it really gets close to $31.45, because that's the 50% retracement. There's by the way an overlap here between 2 fib levels, right? So that could provide strong support. But below 50%, below that 31.45 level, it should really not be a 4th wave anymore. Yeah, it's too deep then. So only then, really. For now, the focus is still on maybe another dip, okay? But I see it as I said, ABC in wave 4. Once we have the B wave top, I will provide a target for wave C. I can't do that at this point. I will, however, give you a level. I mean, you can... It's just that we haven't got a top in B, right? But let's assume we had a top. At least you get a good idea of where we might be going. Because in the C wave down, then the 100% extension would play a role. That's at $32.32. But I will remove it from the chart again because that's subject to change. If we push higher in the B wave, which we likely still do a little bit, then this will change, you see? So yeah, but at least you get a good idea of, this. It's overall this blue zone, which gives us a more precise target actually than the orange box here. But I don't want to talk too much about that because we haven't topped in the B. What we can do in addition, though, is to add standard retracements for the B wave. So we take the length of the A wave down, and then we add the retracements, standard retracements. So next resistance, 33.29. We're fighting with that right now. 33.47 and 33.58. So I'm watching for a reaction here. If we break decisively above, then we could say that we've already started wave 5, but I don't have any evidence for that. I rather see that as a B wave in development. That's the update on silver. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in updates about the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, ES futures chart, stocks like PayPal, Tesla, Nvidia, check out our stocks membership. You'll find the link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.